Merry Christmas, everyone. Today is Sunday, December 25th. I'm your host, and you're watching another episode of the So this episode is on our top 5 lists for the year. And since we can't do movies or music, I decided to go with books, TV, kind of cheating, I know, and the top 5 best things that happened to me this year. First off, books. My top 5 favorite books that I read this year. Number 1, Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Classic novel. It's so amazing. If you haven't read it yet, please go out and read it now. Oh my god, the ending. Oh my god, the ending. The Picture of Dorian Gray is so great because of the prose and because of the plot, and Oscar Wilde is just a fantastic writer. The second book that was my favorite this year was The Marriage Plot by Jeffrey Eugenides. And that's not Jeffrey Eugenides' best novel in terms of its plot. It's kind of like Victorian chick lit in a modern setting, but with a twist on the ending. Another book that I read this year that I really liked was Zombie Spaceship Wasteland by Patton Oswalt, and it's sort of like a biography of Patton Oswalt, and he has this, it's really funny because he puts in these sections that are just parts of his life, and then there are also like little jokes that revolve around one-shot stories, and really check it out. It's really funny. And it's also really poignant. And I found myself easily able to connect with his life and his experiences that he's had. So read that book. This year I also read Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs by Chuck Klosterman. I know it's the book for boys who can't read, but I really liked it. I like books that are on pop culture, again, with the Zombie Spaceship Wasteland theme, and it was a fun, easy read. The last one for this year, I would say, is The Wind-Up Bird Chronicles by Haruki Murakami. Definitely not the best book I've read by him, but oh man. The story makes no sense, but his writing is amazing. For television this year, my top 5 would be The IT Crowd. I love The IT Crowd. Jackie got me really into The IT Crowd over this summer, and oh man, I just find it the most hilarious thing. This year I actually started watching Adventure Time, seriously, and oh my, and Adventure Time is now my favorite cartoon on television. An anime that I discovered this year that I started watching was Ouran High School Host Club, and this past summer, I watched the 2 seasons on Netflix, and man, do I love that show. It's so funny. One show I really got into this year was Sherlock, which was this show that's an modern adaptation of the Sherlock Holmes stories, and it's a much better adaptation than the movie franchise thing that's going on. And then I also got really into Boardwalk Empire this past year. Although I'm really disappointed because the first season was amazing, and then the second season is just... After like halfway through the second season, it just went down fast. So I recommend watching the first season of Boardwalk Empire, but definitely not the second. The top 5 best things to happen to me this year were getting an acceptance letter from one of my colleges. Not my top school, but at least I'm in somewhere. Getting healthy. I had like lots of physical health problems in the past couple of years, and I didn't really care about my diet or taking care of myself, and so this year I really started caring about that, and I think I've come a long way, and I'm really happy about that. And another thing is I started playing the ukulele, which is just like my favorite instrument. Yeah, it's overplayed and it's indie and all that BS, but hey, it's one of the few instruments I can play and play in a decent way. I also did my senior thesis on baking, and baking is just like one of my passions. And because I was able to do my senior thesis on baking, I got a better understanding of it. And so now I can just like have conversations with people about xanthan gum and crazy stuff like that, and what the difference is between arrowroot and cornstarch. And the last best thing was having friends. And I don't mean like getting friends, like I had friends, but I mean really developing strong relationships with my friends and not just having people I like to hang out with. Like, I've found people whom I can talk to, and that's a big thing. So 2011, I wouldn't say it's been the best of all the years, but it just keeps getting better. Merry Christmas, Secret Society, and I hope to see you in the new year.